Yeah, what?
Yes, please? Question mark.
Yes, please, what?
Yes, please. Let's read Homestuck.
We're recording already.
Oh,
Last time I asked, do you want to read? Right after I said I hit the record button.
well, I'm ready to read.
I have candy in my mouth. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to My Ex Makes Me Read. Arm, say it.
With the X, me, hello, Arm, I'm here. I want to read.
I was going to say the title.
Oh, my ex makes me. That's wrong. I make you read
And I
Homestuck.
said, welcome to My Ex Makes Me Read, and then I paused for dramatic effect so you could say Homestuck. Ah! You can all see why it's X.
I'm sorry.
I'm such a dick.
You are. I want to stop reading now. I'm done.
What? Wait, what?
Whole.
Really?
Nah.
Did I actually upset you? I'm sorry.
A little bit. Oh, I'm a little upset.
Oh,
It's okay.
I'm an asshole.
No.
I'm
You're not an
sorry.
asshole, but you tricked me.
I'm an Asperg's hole. I don't know.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
again.
begin
We had
session.
we had 5 viewers and now it's just gone because we took too long.
I
That's why I
hold.
was like, I want to read.
Oh yeah. Alright, so I said already a begin session, and fucking hang on, it keeps. There we go. High quality content only.
Oh,
Read.
all right.
I hold.
You have
Sorry.
an arrangement to begin the session as co-leader with one of the Blue Bloods. You understand this player intends to make a power grab and take sole possession of the leadership role. Such subterfuge is typical of their cast, but you're perfectly okay with this. It's one of the many things you're okay with. You allow your co-player to take the lead and enter the medium first. You understand that the leadership role is essentially meaningless, aside from offering the distinction of being the first player to enter. You also understand that entering the game second was always your intention.
Alrighty. Connect to server player.
You have a server player connect to you, someone you personally selected for the role. The devices required for the entry are deployed. The kernel sprite awaits prototyping, but unlike all 11 other players, your Dead Lussus is not available. You have to use something else.
Already tier 1 prototype.
Prototyping with the froghead before entering the medium would prove to be critical for later success. Just another of many assurances whispered by the dead. You've long since stopped questioning them, or doubting the future significance of even spontaneous acts of frivolous desecration. Compelling your nonplussed server player to perform this task might have proven difficult. Luckily, your telekinesis, an ability greatly magnified through your calling, would be sufficient to move the massive object, whereas the game cursors likely would not. Your server player simply watched in mystification.
Equals greater than. I'm still eating candy because it's still right after Christmas when we're doing this.
Huh? She really just had no idea what the hell was going on.
Hmm?
Froggy.
I think I found out what incepted you.
Mhm.
This is why you love Frog.
Oh, really? Huh.
Arda, enter.
You enter the medium, taking your place in the land of chords and melody as the Maid of Time. Meanwhile, your client player has been exploring another world. The Blue Blood has a present for you. The present cannot be duplicated via alchemy at this stage of the game. It would cost too much grist, a detail which this player had not been aware of. The player would have to progress to the second gate of their own world, arrive through the gate above your hive, and deliver it in person. Facilitating this delivery was one of the reasons why it was important for you to enter second.
Equals greater than.
Your server
I
player's
messaged an equals in
confusion.
there.
His server player's confusion is only in part due to learning the ropes of a new game. There's a more significant reason for her befuddlement. While she followed your advice and went through the simple motions of game setup, at no point were you visible on her monitor. She saw your damaged hive. She saw the alchemitter and other devices she deployed. She saw the strange computing device on the floor, bearing the visage of a species she didn't recognize. She even saw a great big stone frog head fly through the air all by itself and become the frog sprite. And though she would ask why, and you would always delay the answer, the fact remained. She couldn't see you.
Is she a ghost?
I don't know, is she?
It would explain a lot, I think. Also, God, I hate that I like her character design so much.
I mean, she is very Eucor.
Fuck you. Look at her. She's so cute. She's so cute. Ardia, tier 2 prototype.
She couldn't see you up until a moment after the sprite's second prototyping, because you were dead all along.
Called it.
Called
Equals, greater than.
We
Mommy?
are all completely blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow, dead? Really? Like a ghost? Huh?
Mommy? Mom. Froggy mommy. Nepta, interrogate the frog girl. Man. Some kind of goth, kind of autistic frog girl that the internet fawned over. We really are just caught in a time loop, aren't we? You all know who I'm referencing.
I don't.
Come on. Hero Academia.
Oh,
My Hero Macadamia Nuts. Maybe just my mic a little.
wow, cool. Just so you could cough into the mic, you heathen.
I turned away from the mic.
Okay.
Ooh, Aria, I can see you. Ooh, that is you, right?
Yes.
Ooh, why are you the floating frog all of a sudden?
I am dead. My spirit merged with the frog sprite.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, dead? Ooh, really?
Like a ghost.
Ooh, huh. Ooh, well, I hope this doesn't make me sound dumb. Ooh, but I am completely blown away by that stunning revelation. I hope people haven't gotten sick of the wooing yet, because it's not going to end anytime soon. Do characters only dialogue in the form of pester chat? Even when they're next to each other?
I'm pretty sure.
Why?
I don't know. I might be wrong, though. You don't sound dumb.
Ooh, 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 ooh. How did you die?
I ignored the advice of a friend and made some bad choices.
Ooh. AC rumples up her nose in perplexment at AA's really vague and spooky answer. Ooh. But actually, it's good because I kind of think I don't want to know. Ooh. It's making me sad to think about.
Okay, Nepeta, can you please keep a secret?
Yes, I promise I won't tell anyone about it. Ooh. And by promise, I mean promise. Just so you know, I am serious. I'm super serious.
Thank you. Oops.
Ardia, be a be a huge bitch.
Blah, blah.
I don't like this character.
Yeah, people either love or hate her. I never felt strongly about her back in the day, but
I
can see now that she's a bit of a dick. Sorry, she is a bitch.
I like the drawing of herself she has on the side. Enter Nam.
Your name is Riska Circuit. You're a master of extreme role-playing. You can't get enough of it. or really any game of high stakes and chance. You have persisted with the habit even in spite of your accident, but then again, you don't have much choice. Your losses is very hungry all the time. She can only be appeased by the flesh of young trolls. You cloud campaigns for teams of flarpers, utilizing your abilities for orchestrating the demise of the impressionable. Your victories supply you with treasure, experience points, and spider food. You're something of an apocalypse buff, which is something you can be on Alternia. You're fascinated by the end of the world scenarios and enjoy constructing doomsday devices for the hell of it. You're drawn to means of dark prognostication and the advantages they offer, particularly in gaming scenarios. Your abilities in this department were hobbled with the loss of your vision eightfold, and you have since sought alternatives through various black oracles. You consult with these ominous globes, but routinizely destroy them in frustration over the puzzling guaranteed inaccuracy of their predictions. Breaking them has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic, and with each you destroy, you add to an insurmountable stockpile of terrible luck. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. Your troll tag is Arachnid's grip, and your statements tend to be a little bit overdramatic. What will you do?
You know, every now and again there's a character in fiction where I have a thought, how many people's lives would you or would be better in this fictional universe if someone just warped in and shot them in the head?
Mm,
I feel
mm.
like a lot of people would be better off if, like, right at the moment that I barely know this character, but I already feel like if somebody had warped in right at the moment before she broke the other kid's leg, somebody just warped in and shot her and left, everyone's life would be better.
Oh my god.
They would have just befriended somebody else and gotten a new person involved in their game.
Mm.
Veriska, check out cool drawing on wall.
You drew your own role-playing character for fun, as many flarpers are prone to do. She is the best character, and you wish you were her. Oh wait, you are her! Your wish has been granted, probably as a special boon for being so great at everything. Her name is Marquise Spinneret Mindfang, scourge of land dwellers and sea dwellers alike, and worst nightmare to silly boy skylarks everywhere. She has accumulated more treasure and gained more levels than any member of the Petticoat Seagrave class ever. She gained all the levels. All of them. Yeah!
I think I realize why I dislike her. She reminds me of somebody I know, and I think I know who I think you know who I'm thinking of, Arm.
I don't, and the first thought I had sent a horrendous feeling into my gut. I hope it's not who I thought.
I'm not gonna say who it is.
Alright.
At least not on stream. But it's somebody we used to know, but no longer do. Anyway, Vriska proceeds to computer.
You have a lot to do. So many irons on the ow! Lousy dice. You just can't ever seem to go anywhere in your hive without stepping on an errant D4. Pointy little bastards. It's just your bad luck, you guess. You've had such terrible luck ever since your accident, and it just keeps getting worse. As far as you're concerned, the world can't end soon enough. Man, this was back in the day when I didn't even know what a D4 was because I wasn't a role player yet, like a Dungeons and Dragons player.
A D4 is a fucking lethal weapon, is what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to step on one.
Oh man, two weird things. One, I found out there's this company that makes really like big dice, like they're like double the size of normal dice, and I want to get a full set of them.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I found out ancient Roman soldiers carried around dice towers with them. Because Roman soldiers, when they were bored, would play dice games, and many of them would collect dice towers that had the instructions of a game carved in the side, and they often had bells hung on the inside of them that they would ring, that would be rung as the dice rolled down. Anyway.
Fascinating.
Oh, and actually, a lot of ancient Roman dice games were basically a gambling game, but they weren't like gambling money, they were gambling with their nice looking dice, kind of like Pogs or fucking old Pokemon trading, where you'd get really nice dice.
Like Pogs.
You would bet whoever rolled highest got to take the opponent's dice.
Mm-hmm.
Equals greater than.
As you were saying, so many irons in the fire. Such tangled web. It is a web full of flaming irons and mixed metaphors. Tonight is a big night. You have a lot of meddling to catch up on tonight. Bugging and fussing and meddling.
Vriska, take dice.
You equip your enchanted dice set, the fabled Fluorite Octet. It consists of 8d8, plundered from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. In ancient times, such weapons were employed by roving bands of gamblings, deadly marauders with a passion for chance. They all died off, though. Fuck me, I can't read. They all died off, though. Took too many crazy risks. Rolling the dice will execute a wide range of highly unpredictable attacks. Very high rolls can be devastating to even the most powerful opponents. Of course, with the luck you've had lately, you couldn't make a good roll to save your life. Got to do something about this awful luck. Gotta catch a break. When you get worked up about stuff, you put 8s in places that don't really make a lot of sense phonetically.
I like how bad the 8 looks on the dice design.
Yeah.
Also, it's like the magic dice from Futurama Bender's game, which also everybody Arm doesn't like Futurama. For shame, shame, shame. I tried to get Arm to watch Futurama with me because it's one of my favorite shows, but no, they don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't vibe with it that much. I used to back in the day, but trying to watch it now, I just couldn't get into it.
And now you all know why the series is at. I'm, I'm kidding. I like the idea of throwing that out every single time either one of us has a petty disagreement about anything. Vriska, begin meddling.
Time to get this show on the road. There are so many people to meddle with tonight. After you ditch an unwelcome solicitor first, that is. You'll fuss with her meddling later.
Equals greater than.
What now? Oh, him. You thought he'd washed his hands of you. Strange timing that he's bugging you tonight after so long without peep from him.
There's not a symbol in the bubble. Vriska, deal with this guy. Hey, God. Oh no. Oh no.
This is ass to read. You probably want to like highlight that shit.
Who's
Then again, yeah.
who's voicing this character?
Up to you.
I mean, I don't know what voice we would give them.
I don't really know either. Recursive ain't here, so
Is it a man or a woman?
I don't know. I don't recognize his character.
All characters are either trans femme or trans masc until confirmed otherwise. Which one are they? I don't, I guess I'll just give it a fittingly mysterious voice unless someone in chat has a suggestion.
Alright.
Hello.
Oh my god, why are you talking to me?
This is the last time we'll ever talk.
Still, sticking with the white text I see. So smooth, so stylish. I forgot how much I loved highlighting it to read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra handicapped beep people. Like opening a present. Find out what obnoxious thing the mystery tool typed. What is it?
A parting courtesy, I suppose. All the ways I've exploited you were meant to bring about the event that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future, and will affect how you behave in response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths, you see.
You didn't exploit me. You are just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games. And all I did was humor you.
I did exploit you, very thoroughly. It was easy.
Oh, you're so full of yourself.
Have I ever lost a game?
Don't change the subject.
What subject are you referring to?
I'm going to log off in a big huff, and you have to promise not to use that nasty trick where you log me back on out of purdy douche spite. And then we can go back to never ever talking. Because, man, that was heaven when it was like that.
There is no need for that kind of assurance. I'll be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given your transgression very little thought since the incident. If you acknowledge my amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential if you are to succeed in your journey.
Slow down, man. I'm just wearing out so many pens taking all these important notes. Fuck! Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible cramp on my good note-taking hand.
Incredible, the risk you take with your scorn. But of course, it was your unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control. Vicious and predictable like an insect. If you turn a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You are in fact a waste of my talents. A primitive expedient.
Ugh, what a snob. You're worse than my meddler friend.
I wonder what. Oh, I wonder why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it.
I thought you said you would be brief.
I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of ensuing distraction resulting directly from your actions will be neither possible or necessary for you to fathom, there nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye.
Snore. Bye, asshole.
Equals 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 greater than.
More hollow comebacks. As hollow and wishy-washy as the inside of these dumb black globes. What use is all that attitude against a guy who's never wrong? So depressing. You can't even work up the energy to smash the stupid thing. Maybe you could stand to have some camaraderie wasted on you, even if it comes back from a meddler friend.
Vriska, endure meddling.
What? Just wanted to know, is your Lusses dead yet? Huh? What kind of question is that? Is this a trick? Are you trying to sabotage me? Are you in cahoots with someone? No. Cahoots! Cahoots, I say! You sure do seem to be saying cahoots. I am just asking because mine is dead. What? Oh no! How did that happen? It was just her time. Really? Are you sure it wasn't sabotage? I would suspect sabotage if I were you. No, there was no ploy or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through the special and magical. I read onion. Through the
magical,
special and
magical onion.
onion.
An arcane ogre. A mystic mud bather.
Oh god.
An arcane denizen of the mighty swamp.
Didn't Rose kill
Somebody
the
once
ogre?
told me the world is gonna roll me. I hit the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with it. It's actually a really good song when you actually like listen to the lyrics.
Hmm.
They're a genuinely good band.
Mm-hmm. Is the bit through?
What bit?
A bit. Alright.
I don't want to talk about.
No. There
In
was
the
no.
shape of an L on her forehead. He also writes X now.
I do.
Well, go
No,
ahead.
there was no plot or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through the special and magical union one can only describe as being in cahoots with one another. When a virgin mother grub abdicates and renounces brooding, her time will be relatively short. I always knew this. She was so cool. You had the coolest glasses of anyone I know. I wanted to meet her someday. Maybe you still can. Yeah, meet her corpse. I guess that's not so bad, a consolation prize. Seeing a big, dead, cool mother grub, wow! You were so lucky. My losses sucks. Why did you ask if she's dead anyway? Do you know something? They are all dying. Are going to soon. I believe it's a preemptive consequence of the game we are about to play. If a preemptive consequence is a concept that can be said to hold any meaning. But from what I understand, it is applicable in any sphere at all then this game holds that sphere. Okay, I don't really get that. So you can just go ahead, think I'm some dumb, flingy broad again. Fuck, I lost my place. How did that happen? I lost my place so hard. Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry. I wasn't going to think that. You know what I don't think? Even I really understand what I just said, so never mind. Now you have me a little worried, man. I hope she's okay. Why would this happen? This is just my luck. Have some died besides yours? And you know whose, I guess. Yes, a few. Cockett thinks it's his fault. He believes his actions triggered an inauspicious chain reaction. You mean a curse? Sure. Wow, between this curse and my shitty luck, we are so screwed. I am not surprised to see you endorse his paranoia without hesitation. But I was attempting to illustrate a point in bringing it up. Whew, there goes another one sailing over the idiot girl's head. Okay, lay it on me. These events are inevitable, and regardless of whatever emotional entanglement obfuscate their significance, they will ultimately serve an important purpose. The curse had nothing to do with it, and Cockett's notion of a curse is inseparable from his perception of events, as intrinsically negative and as tailored to his personal dissatisfaction. And your bad luck is the same way, I believe anyway. Okay. What would happen if you just cleaned up a bit? Don't you think you would step on a few less hard triangles? Why do you try to help me and stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. So I have a messy room. Big deal. My luck fucking blows. It's got nothing to do with it, and you just don't even know, meddler. Why are you so meddly, Miss Meddlesome McFussyfangs?
I'm very much enjoying the mentality of Miss Meddlesome McMuckyfangs right now.
That they should clean?
No, fate is a myth. There's no such thing as good luck or bad luck. You control. It's all just happenstance and events which you control or others control. Take control. Don't believe in luck.
See,
I'm eating a payday candy bar.
I know exactly that we've had this conversation actually because I'm of the persuasion that whenever I'm excited for something, it goes wrong. Today's stream was another one prime example, as was D&D yesterday. It's whenever it just happens. Out of my control, but it happens. Anyway.
But you took
Why
the
are you so-
initiative, helped me fix my computer problems, and we still got into stream.
I guess.
Where are we?
Why are you so meddly, Miss Meddlesome, Miss Fussyfangs? Because you're dangerous. No way, I'm just fine. Why don't you can it? Every time you tell me to can it, I think it's funny. It means it's just a funny thing to say, don't you think? It's okay to be dangerous. Lots of people are, and dangerous people can be really important. Maybe even the most important sometimes. but it just means there got to be someone around to keep an eye on them. And if not me, then who? Everyone has an important job to do. Okay, so you're spying on me. Kind of creepy. Maybe you should get a life. Or, if you're so high and mighty and think you're so great, maybe you could, I don't know, try and stop me from doing bad things? That wouldn't work. If I tried to stop you, you would regard me as an enemy instead of merely a nuisance. And what good would that do? So, I'm afraid, McFuzzyfangs, it must be. Ugh. Okay, great, fine. I'm going to check on my losses now, but I'm starting to think you're full of shit, and I'm quite sure she will be quite fine. You're right. Anything can happen, I guess. But just so you know, I'm sorry for your loss in advance. Is he strong?
What was I gonna
What?
say? I was gonna say a thing and that escaped me. Oh yeah, if they ever make like a TV show adaptation of this, they should totally replace this whole like text chat with just voice chats like Discord.
I think you've said that before, yeah.
And you can have this very nice thing of like whenever they're having, because there's a lot of talking in this, have them either walking through the environment they're in so we can admire the environments, or have imagery pertaining to what they're saying drift through the screen. Anyway.
Ah, man, why didn't I just get that last word and sign off real quick like I usually do? I'll just sneak that stinking little ninja quip in there. So mad. Lousy, stupid, goddamn supportive friend.
Did she just typed and sent that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
Ruska, check on Lussus.
You go down the like 50 million stairs to her nest below. You'll wonder if any other kid on the planet has such high maintenance losses. You doubt it.
And before we look at what's happening with the Lussus, I'm afraid that's another episode.
No, it felt so short.
That was a full 30 minutes. Little more, actually.
Curses.
God, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. And if we count all the technical difficulty times, 3 hours. Just under. Alright. Today I'm gonna read the comments or highlights because today's comments or highlights don't require me to be clicking through a video for visual reference. And we're gonna actually hammer through several comments today because we got a big batch of relatively short ones. First one is from Ilanis's on episode 29, back when it was GF Makes Me Read Homestuck. Since there was a discussion about poor writing in Harry Potter books, I am obligated to recommend Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality. I think I've heard of that one. It's a fanfiction rewrite that keeps close to the original lore but makes everything utterly logical. If I recall when I heard about it, that I think the ideal is Harry was instead of being left with the Dursleys, was left with different relatives who were scientists. And so he applies the scientific method to magic and discovers a bunch of things wizards never understood because they're stuck in their old ways. Fun idea. Honestly, I would recommend the author of that one. If that's what I'm thinking of, whoever wrote that version should totally strip all the Harry Potter things and just write a story about that, because that's such an awesome idea and better than anything J.K. Rowling ever wrote. I've learned a lot from this book. They heavily focus on teaching recreationally, but they are still well written, have humor, have some intense scenes, and the fights are much more clever than just using Avada Kedavra. This is also a good quality audiobook to download for free. Oh, there's an audiobook version. God, I could go off so much on how much I see. The reason I hate Harry Potter so much, even before all the shit J.K. Rowling did, I hated it beforehand because it's such an awesome fucking idea that falls apart after the second book. The world holds up fairly well when you just read the first 2 books, but once you get to book 3, all of the fucking lore starts falling apart because she didn't plan anything out. It's such a good world and so badly written. Now on episode 36, at Return of the Blog of Dave Strider. Again from Alonsis. Yes, the lore dump character has an annoying voice, but I and probably the other viewers don't mind because it's canon. It's actually a very good voice for them. Good job. So I guess they're complimenting one of the annoying voices I did. On the other hand,
I think that was Carcat, was it?
maybe. On the other hand, CG's voice is annoying at an entirely different level. I'm watching this series as an audiobook during walks, and I can barely understand what you're saying. Often I even have have a problem to say who is speaking because it is so far from the very characteristic canonical speech patterns. Yes, I know they weren't written present. They weren't written present in this episode. No, I won't stop complaining about this. Is there canon voices? Do we actually have canon voices for the characters?
I got my voice headcanons from the first Let's Read Homestuck. I don't know if there's something else canon.
Who's CG again?
Let me Google that. I don't know at the top of my head. I CG is Carcat, apparently.
Okay. I have finally changed CG's voice as people recommended, so by that comment is now obsolete, that complaint.
You can answer him and be like, just wait for 30 episodes, it gets better.
Yeah. While your voice for AT is atrocious, there is a character further into the comic that would fit very well. This was on episode 39, Mommy to Queen. Who was AT?
Oh, AT is Tavros, the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, the one who I give this voice to. That wasn't quite it.
Yeah.
It's intentionally atrocious though, because I find his mean of spelling and the color he uses atrocious. Episode 42, reading your comments. That was a whole episode of just comment reading. I have to say, I agree with the others. Your CG voice is terrible, as I've already stated before. Although it is getting better with time, and I don't know whether I should attribute it more to you or the fact that it's just impossible to read their text in any way other than their brand of angry shouts without conscious effort. Anyway, I realized that throughout my entire rant campaign, I was focused on CG. So that I neglected to praise your other voices that are genuinely good, especially Jade. I've never heard such an interpretation of her, but it fits. Good job. Jade.
Aww.
Aren't I reading her sort of a lispy female Egbert?
Yep, that must be a female Egbert.
Yeah, I feel like part of why I was doing the troll voices so bad early on is they were just text, so I was forming entirely off of their obnoxious spelling patterns, and also out of purposely fucking with your recommendations for comedic sake.
That's why you did it. Don't lie. You did it because you wanted to screw me over. I made very clear that these are the personalities they have. That's the voice I'd recommend. And you chose to go against me. And even when I said it's gonna be atrocious to listen to, you didn't listen to me. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. I told you so.
Can you also see why this series is X now? Then the last comment we're gonna read today is again from Elenosis. This is just the Elenosis comment reading special on episode 42. Reading your comments, so it's another one from there. I support your decision to leave the original swear words in. Maybe I'm just an unfeeling monster, or I live in too different of a culture, but I never understood why people freak out about certain words. I mean, I will say, there are certain words which I 100% understand the freak out over, and why they should be censored or removed from things. Or not censored, but why you should stop using them. But I do not think we should censor already existing text and books. It would be like the example I give is H.P. Lovecraft's texts. He says a lot of very, very, very racist things in those books, and there's definitely a temptation amongst anybody wanting to republish or re-release them to censor that, because his books aren't about racism. Like, if you were to say Raisin in the Sun, that's a book about racism, so to remove the racist text would be to remove the purpose of the book. That's why you don't remove it in that. But so why don't you remove it from H.P. Lovecraft's books? Because the moment you remove that from H.P. Lovecraft's books, you remove a part of the authorial writing and what the writer was writing at that time. The word that is in Homestuck that I am choosing to not remove, but also choosing to not say, the R word, I think is important to leave, kind of important to leave in for the purpose of reading Homestuck, because yes, they used it a lot more liberally back then, when this was being written, and then we use it now, and I don't think we should use it that liberally anymore. But even when they used it liberally, it was used as a very heavy-handed term, and I think an argument can be made that whatever term you replace, if you just replace that with stupid everywhere it's used, it doesn't carry the same weight. You know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't know. Just me voicing some opinion on that. But yeah, I hope you've all been enjoying this episode of Homestuck. If you want to support the channel, leave a comment down below. I might read it. We'll definitely read it in a future comment highlight section. And while you're typing up any comment you want to give about the episode in particular, things you liked, things you hated, also tell something nice about your day, because I love hearing positive things in the comments. And like, I love hearing positive things, but I don't want to tell you to only say positive things about my channel. If you have something negative to say, fucking criticize me. But tell me something nice that happened in your day after you do. And another thing you can do to help is just continue, subscribe, ring the bell, blah blah blah, but continue watching. That's something that I think you can enjoy that will help my channel. So, I'm gonna be very fast because the end cards can only be up for a few seconds. In the upper left-hand corner will be the entire I Make My Ex Play, my ex. Let me start that over. In the top left corner will be the entire My Ex Makes Me Read Homestuck playlist. In the upper right hand corner will be the I Make My Ex Play Outer Wilds playlist. In the bottom right hand corner will be a video recommended specifically for you by the YouTube algorithm. And the bottom left hand corner will be my most recent upload. Click one of those to continue watching. I love y'all, and ta-ta for now.